Welcome to Comics Tonight. Today, this is the show right here at Comicstorian where every Wednesday we go over the kind of latest news in DC and Marvel Comics, and we also go over all of the comic books that came out. It is entirely funded by our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where you can watch this filmed live on Mondays. It's also funded by our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where we bring you six different podcasts over there, allowing you to understand all of our opinions on conspiracies, comic books, and everything from video games to like even app games, and there's other things on there like Dylan talking to people about their favorite superheroes. You may be noticing a little bit of a change this week, guys. That's no suit coat, and there is no other guest, and there's nothing else going on. We've got a lot of projects on our plate, and this almost got shelved. There almost was no more Comics Tonight, but a lot of you guys wanted it to return, and you also wanted it to be more to the point, and that is my phone, and be more to the point and less jokes and less cringe humor. So today we're gonna try a much shorter episode that is right to the point with the news that is important to you, along with things such as this humongous stack of solicits. So first up, DC Comics has gone ahead and launched Line 2 at Walmart. We have Justice League number 2 and Superman number 2 of their Walmart push that they're doing over there. So if you enjoyed the Walmart comics that they put out last time, the second issues are out, go check those out. Over in Marvel news, the James Gunn situation is kind of getting a little bit heated. If you're unaware of what happened, James Gunn made some very wrong tweets about 10 years ago. Disney went ahead and fired him from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And portions of Hollywood are backing him, portions of Hollywood are against him. But the Guardians of the Galaxy cast is now putting out an open statement stating that they are with James Gunn in this, and they find it appalling that Disney would go ahead and fire him over stuff from 10 years ago. What I find interesting about this is other companies are using it as a way to, get in good graces with individuals, because Dan Harmon did similar stuff 10 years ago, and Adult Swim states that they're staying with Dan Harmon, because simply put, Dan Harmon has proven over the last 10 years that he's matured beyond his original jokes and humor. So, it's interesting. It really is interesting to see what's happening with this whole thing. Personally, I don't see Disney backing down, but hey, I've been wrong before, guys. And that's not too much big news going on, but enough to talk about overall. So, let's go ahead and move into the actual solicits this week of what's coming out today, on Wednesday, the day that comics come out. Go to your local comic book store to find these books, or you can find them on Comicsology.com, both of which probably have great sales going on today. And if you want to know those, maybe next week I'll start going over the various sales you can find on things like MidtownComics.com, where I buy my physicals, or you can find them on Comicsology.com. Starting at the top of this list, we have Tomb Raider Inferno number 3. The lines of reality are blurred, and Laura is lost in a mind-altering state caused by the most improbable of circumstances. Laura is forced to face her own memories, however painful they may be, and relive her worst experiences. I've read issues 1 and 2 of this. I'm actually enjoying it so far, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in number 3, where we're going down a mystical route with the Tomb Raider franchise once again. Catwoman number 2 of Volume 5. Gotham's a toxic litter box for Selena Kyle of late. As she hits the road looking to clean the air, change her look, and clear her name too, there's a copycat burglar swiping her MO that needs to be sorted out. If you were following the aftermath of Batman 50, this is what Catwoman is doing afterwards, and she's fighting what appear to be clones of herself. Detective Comics number 986. I don't care what it's about, because I'm in it, and I was amazing until I died. Over in this book, we have Black Lightning, Signal, and Cassandra Cain working together. I'll try that again. Over in this book, we have Black Lightning, Signal, and Cassandra Cain are working very well together, but now they're up against a foe who can tap directly into their worst emotions and play them like music. It's continuing the theme of Detective Comics, in which it's like another team that Batman has assembled inside of Gotham City. I was in it for like 2 issues ago, and then they killed me, but I might be the villain. That's the theory everyone on our Discord has. Over in Flash number 52, on your mark, get set, and go for part 1 of Grips of Strength. Barry Allen races to the House of Heroes at the center of the multiverse to meet the Flashes of 52 worlds for info on the new forces that he's recently encountered. Meanwhile, back at Central City, Trickster's turning informant against Warden Wolf, which brings about a sneak attack that Barry and the time-lost Commander Cold team up to stop if they can quit butting heads long enough to do so. If you were following Flash War, Commander Cold is currently stuck in the main timeline, and he's now working with Barry apparently. It's going to be interesting because I like Captain Cold, and Commander Cold's basically the same guy with more interesting names. I guess he got a promotion. Why did Captain America never get promoted higher in the main universe? That presents that question. Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps number 50. This is it! The Extra Size anniversary celebration, and one of the biggest battles the Green Lantern Corps has ever fought to mark the occasion. Jon Stewart issues a dramatic order: no lethal force. The Green Lanterns need to prove that they can keep law and order in the universe without killing. Elsewhere, Hal Jordan faces down Tomar 2 and looks to use the Dark Star's armor as a weapon against them with psychic help from Hector Hammond, who probably shouldn't be trusted. It says that in there. Hawkman number 3, another story that just started. I'm actually really enjoying this one. While searching for the next puzzle piece in his mission to save the universe, Hawkman takes flight and winds up fighting rampaging thunder lizards on Dinosaur Island. I'm gonna stop there because Hawkman fighting dinosaurs. That's gonna be cool. I'm gonna keep reading it. Robert Venditti's writing it. It's really good so far. Immortal Men number 5. Camden Park comes to grips with his immortal lineage, thus launching a new bold era for the Immortal Men. Have not been following that one, but I hear it's really good. I'm gonna go a little bit faster through these guys because we don't want this to be 30 minutes and I have a lot to do. Plastic Man number 3. Eel went looking for a kid and he found a man-bat instead that he mistakenly called Batman. If you like Plastic Man, if you like his humor, this book is amazing. It's doing such a great job of reinventing Plastic Man for the modern day of DC Rebirth. Red Hood and the Outlaws number 25, the issue we've all been waiting for because he just shot the Penguin and Batman's gonna go fight him. So guess what's happening in this one? Batman versus Red Hood. Yes! And then number 26 gets a new costume. Looks like he's from Mortal Kombat. Everyone in the comments down below, give me a red ninja name to give Red Hood in Mortal Kombat, okay? That's what we're gonna do. Red Scorpion, Red Zero, or those are my ideas, I don't know. Red Stabby. Yes, Red Stabby. Scooby-Doo Apocalypse, number 28. Cliffy is torn between his loyalty to the recently returned Scrappy-Doo and his friendship to Scooby. Meanwhile, Daphne and Scrappy bond during a gruesome monster hunt. And who is the mysterious new creature lurking in the dark? Sideways number 7. This is basically DC's Spider-Man, but I think it's really cool and is going its own direction, involving the multiverse after the Dark Knight's Metal event. Reeling from personal tragedy, Derek rejects his friends and family on an epic journey into the dark multiverse with the 7 soldiers. So now we're gonna finally see where he's been ripping into the universes for. Suicide Squad number 45, don't miss part 1 of Sync Atlantis continuing in Aquaman number 39, on sale in August. After Aquaman's undersea kingdom rises to become a world power on the surface, Suicide Squad must infiltrate the city and send it back to the depths or die trying. I skipped a key word in that whole entire phrase, I don't know why. This is really interesting, I am on board. I want to see Suicide Squad attack Atlantis. Supergirl number 21, mourning the loss of the Kryptonians wiped out by Rogal Zar. Supergirl decides to play detective and sets off into deep space to learn about the would-be usurper. I can never say that word properly. Using whatever tech she can scrounge, Supergirl builds a star cruiser, and after intel from the Green Lantern, she blasts off into the cosmos with Rogal Zar's deadly axe to solve the mystery along with a traveling companion you won't believe. This is the brand new storyline, brand new direction for Supergirl after Brian Michael Bendis took over the Superman family. I'm actually kind of excited to see it because they gave her a new costume. Dylan, who's editing this, put that on the screen if it wasn't on the cover. The costume looks awesome. I'm on board with this. Superman number 2. The world quakes and shakes as it begins to succumb to the effects of the entire planet being moved into the lifeless realm known as the Phantom Zone. Okay, this is issue 2 of Brian Michael Bendis' Superman run. I'm not gonna lie, reading Men of Steel, I wasn't enjoying what he was doing. Reading Superman number 1, where he put the entirety of the Earth into the Phantom Zone, if we ignore that the rest of the DC Comics are ignoring this, it's a great idea and story. But why is Batman not like, what the hell's going on? Anyway, over in Titans number 24, as if the Source Wall incursions causing a metagene pandemic weren't enough, the team dysfunction threatens its latest iteration of the Titans before their new mission even gets off the ground. They're off looking for people who have gotten powers due to the dark multiverse in the Source Wall situation. Issue 1 I wasn't actually liking that much, but I mean, that was the setup, so we'll see what happens in issue number 2 of this new direction. That is Titans number 24. Wonder Woman number 52, at the behest of Aztec, Diana and Artemis join her for a trip to Mexico, but there's no sightseeing on the agenda. Instead, they have to rescue a long-lost Amazon who's been held captive by the rogue deity Tezcatlipoca. She's gonna fight Aztecs. Xena number 7. What would Nazar have done what could Nazar have done to be set? What could Nazar have done to have the oracles out to kill her? Dungeons & Dragons, Evil at Baldur's Gate number 4. The Baldur's Gate heroes return to the city at last, but their time adventuring in Ravenloft and the frozen northern reaches of the realms has changed them. I'm not reading this one myself, but I do hear good things about the Dungeons & Dragons line. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 22. What's worse than one Spider Doppelganger? That's all it says. I feel like we're missing part of a solicit. So number 22 is out, and I guess there's I think what's worse than one Spider Doppelganger? 2. That's all I can think of. Amazing Spider-Man number 3. This is Nick Spencer's run, and I am really enjoying it. Peter Parker versus Spider-Man. They were separated last issue. Peter Parker and Spider-Man are in the same place at the same time. This is going to be interesting because he's been separated into 2 individuals, Spider-Man and himself. Champions number 23. While Ironheart and Amadeus Cho take major steps forward in their superhero journeys, Nova takes a step back. As the team faces a complicated and dangerous threat, Sam Alexander wonders, is there a future for him in the Champions? Domino number 5, this is the Gail Simone run, which has been really good and beautifully drawn up to this point. Nina on the run escaping. Topaz and Redacted have upended Domino's life completely, dragging her ugly Project Armageddon origins out of the shadows for all to see. Now, having been torn down but to her very foundation, Domino is confronted with the deepest cut of all, betrayal. And there's a rat in the warehouse, or rat in that penthouse. I can read. Exiles number 6, meet the Black Panther of the Wild West. Exiles land in the Old West in a dusty town of innocents, are under the thrall of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, including their sharpshooting leader, Magneto. I'm gonna read that. That sounds interesting. Old West Magneto. Is he just like older and more grizzlied? Like, does he even use a gun, or does he just like lift bullets and throw them? I am gonna check that out. Fantastic Four number 1, Dan Slott's run, Forever, Part 1. Because you demanded it, the world's greatest comic magazine is back. Since the end of the Secret Wars, there's been a gap in the Marvel Universe, a void no other team can fill, except the Terrifics over in DC. And it's time for the world to move on. But can it? A life-changing decision by the Thing, a momentous declaration by the Human Torch, and a clarion to arms that summons Doctor Doom. Hunt for Wolverine Adamantium Agenda number 4. What dark secret lies beneath the surface? This is a part of those spin-offs bringing back Wolverine. This is the wrap-up of the Hunt for Adamantium. I've not been reading it myself. Dan says he did enjoy that one, and he says it's the best of the spin-offs. Old Man Logan number 45. And for my next trick, Old Man Logan's good, but Bullseye. Bullseye's magic, apparently. That doesn't tell me anything that's happening in that. Quicksilver No Surrender number 4. This is an amazing book. If you like speedsters and you like Quicksilver, this book has been incredible. Plus, he's got a turtle, which is cool. I know saying it, I thought it was gonna sound cooler, but now I realize, having said that, there's nothing cool about me going, Quicksilver has a turtle. Quicksilver makes a final desperate stand against there's something in my, oh, that's my beard. Quicksilver makes a final desperate stand against the nightmare of his own making. And his turtle's there. Spider-Man Annual number 1, starring Miles Morales. Before he wore the webs, he was just Miles Morales, newly minted Brooklyn Visions Academy student with hidden spider powers. When a new invasion of Skrulls turns Manhattan upside down, Miles must choose. Do his great powers come with great responsibility? I see, they spun it on its head, and I wanted to say it the right way. Spider-Man Deadpool number 37. This is the crazily confusing storyline where they keep doing like 3 issues of different stories, but they're all coming together right now. Master Matrix might be the most powerful android on Earth, but it's a total amateur at personhood. Who better to teach it how to be a human being than Spider-Man and Deadpool? It's my two super dads. Aren't the best parents always trying to settle old grudges through their children? I think Robbie Thompson is still writing this. The dude's hilarious. I'm loving this run. Especially now that it's all coming together. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl number 35. Squirrel Girl may have avoided being in jail, but now Kraven's a fugitive on the run. It's been a difficult day. Can Squirrel Girl stop Kraven and Spider-Man from fighting before it's too late? Can a squirrel named Haskell be a major part of the superhero epic? Can Brian Drain use some of the well-applied existentialist, but can he use philosophy to save the day? The answer to all these questions is, I don't know, maybe, next time on The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. X-Men Blue number 33. To escape his present, Magneto travels to the future, but even 20 years later, there will always be the X-Men. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this more to the point version of Comics Tonight. Like I said, we're trying to change up the format a little bit, give you exactly what you're looking for. If you did enjoy the narratives, the jokes, the stuff we were doing in Comics Tonight before, it will live on in the RNBE, which airs right here on Comicstorian every Saturday, and the Collectible Show, which will be starting up next week or this week on Sundays. So you'll see it if that's what you're looking for. If you just wanted to know what's coming out, I hope this helped you get more direct to that point. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget, this is supported by going to our Twitch, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where you can watch us be filmed live every Monday. And you can also go to our Patreon, patreon.com/Comicstorian, where you get early access to 3 different videos per week, plus you get 6 different podcasts, from our conspiracy show, to our collectible show, to our gaming show, to the R&BEs that go up there early, to, oh, come on, I can remember the Appcast show, and there's one more, I'll remember it, I don't remember it, but yes, there's more. And then other members of our team are bringing new projects over there, such as Dylan bringing you Insert Character, where he sits down with members of the comic book community and chats about their favorite characters. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. Let me know in the comments down below if you liked this format better, if you want us to go back to the other format. Well, we'll make this work, don't worry. And I'll see you next time right here on Comicstorian. Cut!